I'd love to know if y'all have burnout stories.
Yeah.
I've always been super motivated, and we've been very blessed this year with growth. As we've grown, I find myself less and less motivated to go to work.
I'm currently at work phase. I am currently burning out, I think I would say. So this is very relative to me. I think the whys that I have in my life, family, the community that's being built, economic opportunity, and people I'm doing it with are justifying the still staying in the suck more than normal. I think beforehand when I hit burnout, when it was just an agency or things were really tough, I would jokingly call it, it's my seasonal depression. Because it would happen at the same time. I'd be probably overwhelmed. And I'm like, dude, this is not depression. This is literally burnout. Yeah. And now when it's the most intense it's ever been across every element of my life, I'm not.
You still feel locked in.
Panicking. I'm not like, this is okay. We got this. So I think that combination of the why went through. So overall, the only thing that got me out of it was movement of the body.
This person didn't ask a question. They just said, their situation. Yeah.
I do 2,000 calls a day.
You said moving to the body. I heard something once and I'm like, oof, I like that. If you want to fix your brain, move your body. Or like if you're trying to fix your like thoughts or your brain, then do something with your body. If you're trying to fix your body, you got to fix your brain. Right. So it's like if you're getting fat, it's not your body. You know what I mean? It's something in your head.
Yeah.
If you're
exercise is like 5% of the equation.
Right. Yeah. If you're like burnt out or something like that or depressed or whatever, then move your body. And I'm like, that's pretty true. That's like just a pretty good like.
Yeah, the Kill Crew guys are always like, the gym is my psych ward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they spend as much as they can outside if they can.
Yeah.
I have a story that's similar to this one. I can't remember what year it was. It was at the year I started working before I started working with you, Nick.
2019?
Could have been. Yeah, I think it was. Dude. It's that when we started working together in 2020. Yeah. So
COVID cousins.
In 2019, I had a big Black Friday. And in December, I sent out invoices to just a handful of clients, but it was just me and one person on my team. I know two people, me and two other people on my team plus Van. So I guess 4 total, but Van worked fully on percentage of revenue. And we billed about 175,000 or 275,000, somewhere in there. I can't remember. It was something 75. And for 4 people. And so it was like my cut from that whole thing was like, this is a whole year or two of salary that I just made.
Yeah.
And like those invoices came in, got paid. And then I stopped being able to walk into my office. Like I would open the door and it was like there was a shield that I could not pass. My wife was like, just go in there and like just answer the messages you need to answer or whatever. And I'm like, I can't go in there. There's toxic gas in there.
Oh yeah.
You know, like if I go in there, I cannot breathe. And she's like, well, what if you open the window or change the lighting or just clean up or whatever? And I'm like,
no, it's not literal gas.
No, it's not actual gas. It's like I go in there and I cannot breathe. The chair is bad. She's like, get a new chair. And I'm like, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just can't be in there. And I don't, to this day, I don't know how to describe what happened any other way than the way I just did. You know what I mean? And you did, at one point after I started working with you, I think that next fall, 2020, you were kind of saying something like that. And I'm like, oh, dude, that you just got to like change your environment, like do something like this will get really bad.
Yeah.
But for me, it followed just like a big windfall. And I think the main thing that the best I've been able to sort this out is that if you're motivated by running away from something and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I got away from it, then it really changes your daily behavior. Mm-hmm. You know, so if the whole reason I've been doing this daily behavior of coming into my office and grinding it out is because I'm running away from, being poor or not being able to pay the bills or something like that. And all of a sudden I go, oh, I'm not going to have that problem maybe ever again, or at least for a while. Then it changes your behavior. So I think that's really what, if you say like, oh, we've been really blessed, I've always been super motivated. I'm like, well, you're probably motivated by either wanting to prove yourself or being afraid of like financial instability or something like that. And now you just no longer need to fear that. Like you've beat it.
Yeah.
And you just don't know what you're motivated by anymore. So like you said, my whys are still strong enough that I can keep doing this. That's my best guess at this, because I still was like, that was such a weird phenomenon, like where I like just could not walk in there. I remember just laying on the ground outside my office. My wife was like, dude, you're such a pussy. Yeah. Like, get up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I cannot go in there.
I've definitely felt that. I think the way Dad Gang is ran now is because of my burnout experience. It's like I was at an agency for 2 years, head of growth for 30 brands in 2 years, managing paid influencer, email, SMS, creative, organic, and everything else that falls into running a business. So I was like the head of every team for 30 brands. And I'm grateful for that experience because
Boot camp.
learned everything. Yeah, I was like, you want to get put into a spiral of every business ever, especially in D2C. Here it is. Chinese clients and calls at 8 p.m. That lasted until 10:30 at night, you know, not speaking to my wife because I'm on calls all day. And then client demand, every client's in Slack, every client has my phone number, every client has my email, pissed off clients, happy clients, like just the emotional roller coaster of depending on a CEO to be happy with our service every single day. And to the point where I like slowly started working on my escape.
Yeah.
By like, I started working, I was a director of marketing for a skincare company after that, but it was like, that was real burnout. And I kept telling myself, like, I'm not just going to use the term burnout because I have a lot of work. I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
But you still like, you know, maybe you're cranking 8 hours a day, but you still have time for family stuff. You still have time for personal stuff. I didn't have any of that. And so because of that, I was like, okay, I just experienced like so many ego decisions in the agency world. So many CEOs and founders like being upset because the goal they made up a month ago isn't being hit, but they made it up because they thought it was a good number.
Yeah.
They didn't make it up because
they call it projections.
Yeah, but
it's just like,
projections.
I like what you call
it. Anything.
I like what you called it. The goal they made up. Yeah. Which is what
they saw a tweet that said you should jump from 5 to 10 million. They're like, I saw this. We got to do this now. And so that stuff made me, when we started Dad Gang, we're once again on alignment. We're like, we will not invent stress. Like when something is coasting along and doing well, don't go look for aggressive scale. Like I don't believe like if you want to build a business that sustains your life and makes you happy, I think we all want to do something that makes us happy. We're not going to be doing well and then go find a new problem.
Yep. Yeah.
And so that's what I was like, and I saw that at the agency like all the time. I was like, somebody would be like, we did $1 million last month and we're profitable and everybody's happy and we have great content, but that's not enough.
Always.
You know, and that
The shoes always gonna drop.
yeah. And it was like, in my mind, I was like, that is enough.
Yeah.
Like keep doing that over and over again. And in the like organic relaxation around that, you are going to probably grow your business in a better way. And so, yeah, my burnout helped lead to this casual way to operate Dad Gang, because I don't want that anymore. I don't want to feel that ever again. And I would walk into my office during the agency world, home office, same thing.
Anxiety.
Just like cold sweats.
There's toxic gas in here. Yeah.
Yeah, like texting my wife, hey, can you bring me a plate?
Yeah.
You know, because I can't when she's working, she's a teacher, like she's got her own things, and like, hey, just realize it's 3 and I haven't eaten anything. Can you like whip me up some eggs?
And she's like, yeah, I'm not doing anything. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay. So he asked for stories. I don't know, he or she, I don't know this one because they didn't put any other information. Maybe stories help. Here's like the best thing that I think I can come up with on this in terms of advice or anything, or if the stuff I've learned from this is, I think that everybody has an infinite fuel source. And when you get burned out, it's because you're burning a different fuel source. So what I mean by that is, if I go back to my childhood, like what's always motivated me is, so I was always an athlete. What always motivated me is like, oh, I want to be able to see a scoreboard of where I am. Right. And so even in like baseball, it's like the thing that always bugged me about baseball is that like, am I the 3rd best second baseman in the league or the 5th best? You know, and then like, my batting average is better than all of them, or like what, it's not like, so there's certain stats that would show me where I am, but it's like, I want like a competition, right? I want to be able to put it on the board and say like, oh, I'm like getting better at this. And not even always in comparison to other people, but that's just, people say, don't compare yourself. I'm like, but the only way you know anything is by comparing. Nick, are you a tall guy?
Compared to?
Yeah. You're 6 feet. So, like you're taller than average. But how do you know if you're a tall guy or not? Only by seeing other people and how tall they are, right? Yeah. So like anyway, that's a little on the side, but I realized like, okay, one thing that fuels me is like a scoreboard. Another thing that fuels me has always been like a hard game. Like some people are like, well, just start an easier business, you'll make more money. I'm like, that's just not how I operate. What do I want to do right now? It's like, I want to build a really big podcast. Super hard game. Like one of the hardest things to do. There's so many easier ways to like build a business, but I'm like, I don't know, but that was the one that interests me. And what else does it have? It has like a very clear scoreboard of like views and subscribers and stuff like that. Right. So this is just infinite fuel that's always fueled me. Yeah. And I think anytime you're burning out, you're burning a different fuel source. That's the best thing I've ever come up with. I don't know if it's true or not, but
it's probably on regular, but burning diesel. Kind of.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Or you're just like an electric car that's out of battery.
I think people really need to gauge what a real burnout is.
That's true. Sometimes people throw the word burnout around when they really just mean I'm working too much. But if they're using the word burnout, I'm like, people can work a lot and not feel burnt out.
Yeah, I know some people that are currently burning out hard, but they don't consider it that.
Yeah, I'm living that right now. I don't consider it burnout, but I'm like, I know this.
Compared to like a normal operator, they probably like call it at this point.
But do you think that you're burning the right fuel source? Do you know what I mean? It's like the thing that really motivates you is motivating you right now.
This injection to
it's inject that ROAS straight in your veins.
I do. I think sometimes like the level of stress you're willing to maintain is directly correlated to the level of success you should have. And if you drop something like that and you're like, that, dude, okay, so if I can withstand this, there's bigger things coming from me.
Yeah.
When? I don't know, but you got to hold on until that part hits.
But you have to actually want that, is what I'm saying. So if you, like, there's some infinite motivation where you're like, dude, I'm just always motivated like this. It is a fuel source for me. And that's what I mean, is that it's like, that's what you got to get aligned. And then you'll just like kind of never feel burnt out.
I agree. You'll feel tired.
Yeah. Tired and burnt out.
I also think you need a plan. A quarterly thing. You talk about seasons, like all of us have played sports into a level, and you like there's a preseason, there's a season, there's a postseason, there's like different seasons of our life.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I just know this is a part of this specific season. Mm-hmm. It's tough. It's preseason. We're stretching, and then you get like kind of a little cruise control, play the game, stay healthy, and then you really lock in again.
Oh yeah.
So like if you apply that to the seasons of business, it is very appropriate to levels of stress that you should be withstanding as things get more intense.
Yeah.
So if you know, like, is this the right season? If your feeling is correct to the season in which you're like participating in business,
you
can justify that.
Yeah, you should like have design like intentional breaks too.
Bro,
literally going on a trip like the Tuesday after Cyber Monday, just because it's like
by design. Yeah,
it's over.
I have to go.
Yeah.
This is, I think, also it doesn't need to be a trip. It could be a staycation. It could be
just something that's a true break.
That's why I think you have to think about it on a little treat on a quarterly basis.
Yeah,
because humans need something to run towards. You need something.
Yeah. Do you think if the kids come with you, is it a vacation?
No, it's a trip.
No. Yep. That's the exact words I use too. There's trips and vacations. Trips, the kids are there.
Yeah. But we're bringing grandparents, so it might be a little bit.
That's a little bit better. Yeah. I've also heard like certain things like cruises and stuff are pretty good because there's like daycare that they really like going to. Or there's like stuff they really like. Yeah. That's a different podcast.